which I think is the best holiday gift idea. Like if you said to me, Jane, what is one item that I can buy that everybody on my list is going to love, that I don't have to worry about how old they are, how young they are, what they like, what they don't like? I'd say get the today's special value from Mrs. Prindables, but do it before it's gone. Take a look at this. This is a $5 gift. I'd have to get out my calculator and multiply it if I was at a gourmet shop in New York City and I was thinking of bringing this as a hostess gift. Can you believe you can bring a hostess gift and it's $5 and everybody else spent 5 times as much on yucky wine? Here you go. You get these gorgeous brand new gourmet figural gift boxes that are just doused with wonderful holiday cheer and nostalgia. And then you're getting 5 of the large apples in our brand new flavor called salted caramel toffee. I mean, I'm telling you, if you've got that gourmand on your list, you've got to give that to them. And then back to a classic, but in a wonderful sprinkled with pixie dust kind of way, because then you get that gorgeous chocolate chip and toffee apple, which then has a little sprinkling of shimmer on top. And I'm telling you, these boxes, you get 2 angels, 2 of the little penguins, 2 of the polar bears, 2 Rudies, and 2 Santas. They are set to give for $49.99. Don't think, just shop, because you can only get these at QVC. And I'm going to bring Miss Lori Shore in here because I'm going to put you on this side because you know I love to stir up your caramel. Happy Christmas.
Thank you for
Happy
having
holidays.
me.
Okay, we have to talk about ship weeks because I'm just going to make myself busy here with a little bit of Mrs. Prindable's caramel. I have done this. I have lots of experience. Here's what we have. We can ship them out on the 18th of November. Imagine sending people home after Thanksgiving dinner with a wonderful holiday treat. But I have an update. We had 17,000 for the day, 4,900 left. Keep in mind, we've sold 8,000 already in this gourmet holiday. 9,000, I stand corrected. So, and we're not going to see a whole lot of other presentations from now until midnight. So that first ship date could go easily before even the end of the show. We can ship them out on December 2nd, just in time for maybe those fun little like teas and parties and things that are happening. Maybe your kids are in the Nutcracker and they do little like Secret Santa gifts. We have December 9th. And then you're getting close to crunch time, right? Maybe that's your bill to ship to. So this goes to the family of 5 or 4, and you're like, I don't know what to get them. You could never spend $5 a gift and give them something like this. But when we get to the 16th, and that's what I call the must do, okay? Why? Because on December 16th, we're losing it. We've lost it.
One.
I mean, my gosh, and we don't want to go near a store and you're looking at like delivery dates of other things, and then your kids or your honeys coming in and saying, wait, we forgot about this person or that person. You've got to get more than one ship date.
That's a great
point. But you need to get that last ship date. We brought in 80,000. We have fewer than 15,500 remaining. And on the day, we've sold over 139,000. Now, I have watched Lori Shore cut into apples for many, 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 many years on QVC, and I have never seen you flinch once. You cut into a Mrs. Prindables, and you know what you're going to get. That gorgeous crisp, but then what goes on the outside is what makes it gourmet. First of all, can we talk size? Because let's just say,
love the size.
My friend Kenneth J. Lane, God rest his soul, used to say, too much ain't enough, people. And that's what I think about caramel and apples and Mrs. Prindables, because we have now, like beauty, supersized the apples, and this is the only supersized large apple set of the entire season.
What I love,
look at the difference.
This is our go-to size, and listen, I love the individual size. This allows us to bring you gourmet treats throughout the year at really affordable prices. But when we go to the Today's Special Value, this is when we get to play. You get to play, we get to play, and we get to go all out on the size. The quantities that we're dealing with,
look at this.
The support that we get from our customers means we get to go to the large size apples, individually wrapped with the gift boxes, and still, like you were talking about, the price per gift,
$5.
So
like
manageable.
I can't even imagine, like, again, I'm thinking of gourmet shops where I've seen Mrs. Prindables in the past. You would maybe spend that $5 on this gift packaging, not the gorgeous gourmet apple that's on the inside. So don't even think, just go. Everybody needs to rush for that last ship date, because I'm telling you, you know what it's like. the doorbell rings and it's your neighbor and she's got a plate of cookies and you're thinking, oh no, I don't bake. But what you do is you go into the refrigerator and you say, oh, happy holidays, and you've just made their day. So let's talk flavors, because not only did you supersize it, not only is it $5 a present. You don't even have to think about who you're shopping for, just go. But Lori Shore is going to talk about a brand new flavor profile that we have never, ever, ever tried before.
And you know, it's just a wonderful shift from a tried and true classic. So this is the one that Jane's talking about. Remember, you get 5 individually wrapped apples. They come individually wrapped. We're taking them out of the wrappers just so you can see what we're talking about. Half of the apples, 5, are kind of a twist on that classic milk chocolate chips and Heath toffee. But in this case, for the first time, our first step is to dunk it into that salted caramel, our classic caramel with just a dash of sea salt. And then you get not only the contrast of the tangy sweet apple and the decadent toppings, now you have kind of the saltiness of the caramel and the sweetness of the chocolate and the toffee.
And when you think about the end of the meal, when you're maybe feeling a little guilty because you had 7 plates of St. Clair's, I don't know who that was, I think it was me.
Yep.
You're eating an apple. I mean, let's face it. And the tart and the crispness of that apple with the wonderful creamy caramel and then the toffee and the chocolate, you're satisfied, but you don't have to feel like, oh, why did I eat that big piece of this, that, or the other thing?
For that
so
reason.
Get these for yourself. I mean, these boxes are so darn cute. You might even use them as little decorations out. I always like to put favors on the entranceway table. Can you imagine these cutie patooties staring at everybody?
I was looking at that triple chocolate. Hold on to that, because literally, I want to talk about these boxes. I'm such a fan of them as well. By the entryway, I love the idea of these boxes there at your place setting, in a basket for favors. I mean, these are adorable. We had so much fun. You have those cute little smiley faces at the top. Jane already walked you through the 5 different designs, 2 of each. Then one other thing is we did this die cut feature. So we had this kind of vintage Christmas tree light motif. In the front is a die cut, so you get a little sneak peek at the gourmet treat inside. And my favorite thing is votives, flameless votives.
Oh,
right
that's
in
a
there
great
for the
idea.
lantern.
And I'm physically incapable of giving money or a gift card without something else.
You are
so
too
there
sweet.
you go. You could spend $5 on a tin to put the gift card in.
Right.
Now you're getting a $5 huge gourmet apple. And I love saying, like my niece Jeanette, she loves penguins, so she's getting this one. But you don't even have to think. Just go, because there are 2 ship dates I'm worried about: the first and the last.
First
right?
and last. And you nailed it on that last. Have you? There has never been a Christmas as an adult that I haven't been screwing around at the last minute. No matter how much I prepare, there are always those last minute gifts at the end.
Do you ever suffer from I don't have enough-ism? About like
I didn't do enough.
12:01 on Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, and you're looking at everybody's packages and you're like, I didn't do enough for that person. I mean, this is awesome, especially if they're, you know, gifts as they get older get more expensive but get smaller, because they're usually electronics, and you put a couple of these around with their gifts and it's just adorable, or tucked out of a big knitted stocking. If you want the immediate, or not the immediate, but the 18th of November ship date, we're down to, we had like over 4,000 a minute ago, fewer than 3,900. And then if you do want that last ship date, which I think everybody should get that, like don't even think, just get it. December 16th, we brought in over 80,000. That's a popular week. Fewer than 15,000 remaining. And these aren't made right now. No. These are going to be made fresh.
They're going to be made right before they ship. And you know what? Probably we should bring up this point as well. And you're always so good at explaining this with me, Jane. These will stay fresh in your fridge up to 3 weeks. You'll take them out, let me just say while I'm on that thought, about an hour or more beforehand, because you want the toppings to be room temperature. But that staying in the fridge fresh for 3 weeks will help you decide what ship date. That first one is great and the only option in time for Thanksgiving. The second one, the top of December, December 2nd, is great for those early giveaways. But then that December 9th is the earliest ship date where it will stay fresh in your fridge through Christmas. And then the final one all the way into New Year's. So we ship them fresh and we want you to be able to keep them fresh
and
too.
The only problem is if you don't get more than one. So we talked about the brand new flavor. Let's talk about the other brand new, thanks to the sprinkles that you brought to us as well.
This is right. So you know what? Our hands down most popular flavor on QVC is our triple chocolate. And it's really simple. Classic, melt in your mouth caramel, all 3 kinds of chocolate, white milk and dark chocolate chips. But then for the first time, we added those pearlescent little sprinkles in red and green. They're festive, they're crunchy, and they're sweet.
They're so pretty. So when you bite into this, especially the new one, okay, with the salted caramel.
With the slightly salted caramel. Tell me about that, because isn't it just a little level of sophistication that it adds?
First word that came out of my mouth when I bit into it was sophisticated.
Yes.
It was. is now I'm starting to get that wonderful salted caramel, which is our favorite thing in the whole wide world. And you're like, oh my goodness. I think we have tasters here.
Oh gosh,
I'm talking with my mouth full of caramel.
Sorry, I went back to get this. First of all,
But you
this
need
is
help.
a two-man job. I brought you, this is one of the boxes that we shipped from our Mrs. Prindable's kitchen out here. Of course, we opened it up, we took off the padding on the top just so you could see the little cavities that encase each apple so it ensures they ship nicely. We fanned out the boxes to remind you it comes with the boxes folded, but they're easy to put together.
We didn't even show everybody how easy
I would
it is.
love
Why
that.
not?
So in one box, you've got 10 gifts, the packaging, the cards. Also
I mean-
in one box, you've got a family worth of gifts.
Right. Look at this. I mean, this whole thing. You stay here.
Okay.
I'm going to walk all the way down here, okay? Between the two of us, and I almost fell.
Leave it to
This is that
Jane.
today's
This is
special
brilliant.
value.
Rick, we
It's
should have done this at
Hi,
midnight."
Lori. Where
Yes.
are you, Lori? I mean,
Yeah.
that is so much gourmet food that you are getting at $5 a present. Okay. Let's come over here because we have some tasters with us, and I'm hoping that they have apples. And one is the aforementioned Mr. Rick Domeyer.
Yeah.
And also Miss Mimi
Still-
McKenzie,
still-
who knows her sweets.
Yes, I do.
Hey, how are you? Happy anniversary. I was away, but I posted on
I know
Facebook
you
and
do.
Instagram. Okay. All right. We want to know.
Okay.
Rick, you've been eating all day. So what do you think? Like, I'm coming back at it now. I watched you guys at midnight. It was awesome.
It was
Yeah.
amazing, wasn't it?
Doesn't it even get better?
The most heartwarming thing at midnight when we kicked this off were the callers who said things like, it's not Christmas without Mrs. Prindable.
Yeah.
And then the other funny one was, look, if I don't get these, my grandkids are going to get mad at me. Remember that last
Yeah,
night?
it's a commitment.
Yeah.
You,
It's a
you do
commitment.
it 1 year.
And
Right.
it's a commitment
Yeah.
in our family too, because before I came to QVC, I didn't even know what a Mrs. Prindable's apple was, and then began buying them. And then my children, then 8 and 10 years old, expect them. Now I have a 25, a 24, a 23 who expect this
Right.
every single Christmas.
But I
It's
don't
so
think
exciting.
we've ever been able to gift them like this.
This is
I don't think
huge.
that this box has ever looked so gorgeous. Nor, like I said, like in beauty, we supersized.
Yeah.
We supersized the apples.
Supersized, and I'm the worst rapper. So,
So
when
am
I go
I.
to the store, you
I
go
know
to the
you
pharmacy,
said
you pay
that.
$5 for the box.
You do,
know it.
absolutely.
Just for the package,
Yeah,
for the bag.
indeed.
Right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
you know, why not stuff a little Landy's pretzels inside of there too,
Don't
and then you
you
double
love
the fun
it?
because there is room for just a little
There
bit
is.
more
Little
loving
bit
on
more
the
in there.
inside. Oh
These
my
are
gosh.
absolutely so big. I wish people at home could just
You know
feel
what?
what we're feeling because they're so generous in
Mimi,
size.
hit the nail on the head because when I saw at midnight the difference between the small and the large,
Yeah.
it looked like, wow, that's good. In person, TV is sometimes funny with sizes.
Right.
I'm actually really a 0 and I only weigh 90 pounds. Just kidding. But
have
like
no
the
idea.
Women here.
Yes, that's right.
Where
There
are
we
you?
go.
I don't know. But the
Can't even see
apple
her.
is so much bigger in this value of the day. Okay,
It's
you
true.
guys eat
And-
up. We're going to go back and play.
Thank
Lori,
you, guys.
Lori, you have to talk about the thickness of the caramel and the toppings because it's so generous.
Oh my gosh.
It's so generous.
Why don't we come over here and we're also going to say hello to somebody special, and her name is Jane. Hi, Jane. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Are you getting the Mrs. Prindables?
I am.
Well, welcome.
I love
Please
her
meet
apples.
Lori Shore. Oh, why do you love the apples?
It's always consistent. They're delicious.
Thank you. So you've tried these in years. Have you given them as gifts or have you shared them at home? How have you utilized these in the past?
Both ways. I keep some and then I share.
I love it. What are the reactions you get from people when they try a Mrs. Prindable's caramel apple?
They think they're phenomenal, and they are.
So glad. So glad, Jane.
And Jane, what did you think of the beautiful packaging we did this year with the darling little toppers? Aren't they adorable?
They are, and I can't wait to get them.
Jane, we're cutting up an apple here. Jane and I, we've seldom done this, cut up an entire apple.
Right.
Is this what you do too? Do you cut them all up when you serve them, or how do you tend to serve them?
I cut them up.
Cut 'em
I
all
take them
up.
out of the refrigerator about 30, 45 minutes before I'm
You know
to
it.
serve,
You
and
know
they're
it.
perfect.
Oh, I love that. So, so cool. Is this something that you tend to serve for maybe a kind of a dressy big holiday dinner, or is it something you just serve kind of after a normal dinner with your family and friends? How do you tend to entertain with these?
We entertain anyway with them. They're
Right.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And just on the spot.
Oh, I love it.
Well, wait till you try the new flavors, Jane. Wait till you see how sweet the new packaging is. And may we wish you a very, very, very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank
and you have
you.
a Merry Christmas also.
Bye. See, I think you need to get more than one
are
set.
so good.
Well, this is how I always do my Mrs. Printables. I put one in the
Tracy.
middle.
Yes.
And then I put these guys all around the outside. And when everybody's like, oh man, all of the beautiful caramel apples are gone, I'm like, no. Now I